Hi everybody, I am here again for our 2022 summer release. This one is called Magical Garden. It's the third set out of the 3 sets for this new release, and it's comprised of 3 6x6 stencils. So that is this set, which is called Magical Garden. And it's all comprised of outdoor kind of nature themes. We are now living in the Pine Barrens, so it's just all woods, pine trees, and all kinds of new things. So mushrooms are everywhere here. And lots of different trees and plants and critters. And so nature is what inspires me as an artist. And so I really wanted to, you know, immerse myself in the summer inspiration that I get from our summers. And that's what this release is centered upon. And this is the first time I've been able to garden in about 15 years. So I haven't had a garden in that long. And so it's just so nice to have plants and kind of figure out what I can grow in the Pine Barrens, which isn't much, but anyway, so it's just been very inspiring. So I really wanted that to be reflected in this summer release. But I'm going to show you how all these things don't have to be summery at all. You can make everything look different in your own way and really play and have fun. I have been just about neglecting every responsibility I have, to come run in here and play in the studio, because the thing that I didn't plan but has become so apparent is that all these sets from my previous releases and then this one, everything is so versatile. And they all feed into each other. So I'm getting more and more excited as I play and pull things from all the different sets and mix them up and use them together. It's just been like I'm a kid in a candy store and I just can't stop. So it's been really fun. So I said in the other video, this is my favorite release yet. And it really kind of is true. I cannot stop playing with this stuff. And the nice thing is I gave myself some time to really play with this before I'm putting it out there. So I'm going to have just tons of gorgeous, gorgeous samples to share with everyone. But I'll share those with you now. So one of the things that I did with this set too is left a lot of open spaces again, so that you can come in and doodle and add your own mark making. Same thing with these eggs. This bunny was something that I did for a personal project and I wasn't going to bring into my product line at all. But so many people asked about it. And when I decided to do a garden set, I really wanted to have some critters because that's part of our garden experience. In fact, we have some troublesome groundhogs that are kind of funny. So they're everywhere and part of our experience. So I was like, you know what? A bunny could be good. It could go with this whole set. So I threw it in for everyone who's been asking. And eggs too. We have lots and lots of birds here, and watching them raise their broods, it's just really magical. So I wanted to have eggs because that's, again, a big part of our summer. And again, kind of leaving these big spaces. A lot of the clusters of the flowers, once I did them, they really are kind of Art Nouveau looking for whatever reason. They look like they could be on William and Morris wallpaper or something from way back when. And again, open spaces for doodling and adding onto. These are kind of like branches of teasel. But I also show you how you can mix and match with just colors and turn them into something else, not necessarily garden. You could take the garden stuff and put it in the ocean theme or vice versa, or just like mix it up. I think it would be fun to use some of these as patterns and paper and play with it that way, which I haven't even done. So I might even do like a video on that, like making patterned papers with some of these. And then I just did some watercolor samples so you can kind of see how they look with watercolors. I haven't played with acrylics too much yet, but I will soon. But right now, and again, I never expected to be so into doing watercolors, but I'm using them in a way that I just never thought I would use them. Here I did do some acrylics here in my writing journal. So I have like the tulip shapes and the teasel kind of shape here. That is acrylic. And then here I have made this beautiful kind of summery hillside spread, and I use the waves from the wave set. So you do them in green and they become beautiful rolling hills. So just kind of freaking out about that and discovering like ways to play with my own stuff. And just combining, mixing and matching. So this is like a paper doll from the paper doll set with, I think this is on the ocean set. It's supposed to be like coral, but you put it here and it looks like tumbleweeds or branches or whatever. Here is another cluster I made with all the different plants and flowers from the set. And it is kind of fun to do these clusters, which I haven't really done quite like this before. And then you can kind of play with them and see like what goes where and how you like them arranged. Here I added a mushroom in there from my old Funky Forest set with mushrooms and the little snail there. And the pebbles, these are the pebbles from the ocean set. And again, you know, it never occurred to me to just like do the stencil and cut out the shapes, but they're really kind of fun as a like foundation piece to build on for some of these spreads. So just so much fun playing, I gotta say. And you know, mixing and matching against these backdrops. I had so much fun, you guys, so much fun. Just loving this set. And again, I did the clouds up there, and now I've got a beautiful theme. I can glue everything down and journal in my journal. The garden set, usually when I have these sets ahead of time, usually when I have these sets, I'm working with prototypes, and I had more time to cut the prototypes for the ocean sets because they were bigger spaces. Once it gets really tiny, I don't cut those. I wait for them to get back from the printers. So I didn't get as many samples done quite yet with this garden stuff because so many of the flowers had intricate pieces, so I kind of waited on that. And then again, I did another one of these beautiful kind of girls with houses from the house set, the wonky houses here, and just kind of combined it into like a garden pastoral like theme. And it just, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. I'm gonna make a million of these. And then I also wanted to do like a little accordion book. And this one is kind of, the colors are inspired by like, you know, your grandma's house in the 80s. She had the leftover 60s wallpaper and 60s sheets, and they all had these beautiful colors on them. And to me, that's so indicative of like the garden. It's just like garden colors. So, you know, this is the paper doll from the second set. And just combining her with all the things, I made some pink clouds and played with some of the teasel. And then I made a little scene with, you know, again, more houses from the house set and sun. Now I can use the sun with more of the nature pieces. This is from the documenting set. So fun. And I use pebbles from the ocean set, but when you do them in green and I outline them a little just so they would stand out, then they look like perfect for a garden or outdoor nature scene. So just super, super fun. And again, using the waves in green, then they become part of rolling hills or little grasses up high. I used one of my little birds in there for my first set with the birds. And pink bunnies. I had to do a pink bunny, of course. And again, you know, these are from the ocean set, but you put it in a different setting and it looks totally different. This won't open. This is from the ocean set, but again, put it in a garden theme and it makes a beautiful floral set. So I had so much fun. I gotta say, I'm trying to think of like what my favorite bits are from everything. I do love the snails quite a bit. They're kind of my favorite. And I already have some ideas for the fall, so I gotta start cracking on some of those images too. But just really fun ways to kind of play, mix up the colors and the themes. And it just gives you so many options. Everything is so versatile. And of course it's ideal, but it wasn't my initial intention, but now it's just worked out perfectly. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And just, you know, if you post anything on social media, my hashtag is Meg's Stencils. And share them with me so I can see what you're working on, because that inspires me as well. All right, everybody, see you in the next video.